He actually wants us to feel sorry. Like this multi-millionaire with this megaphone on broadcast television.
No president has ever sent troops into the democratic cities across the country saying full force. No president, as far as I know, has tried to control the Federal Reserve, the central bank. He is amassing power in a way that will destroy our democracy. And so we're going to stand up. You know, we're creatives, we're storytellers. We can do it creatively. We can have a good time while we do it. But we want to push back, and we want to model what creative, nonviolent, non-cooperation looks like. That doesn't mean just showing up for people who are under attack, like Jimmy Kimmel. A lot of us signed that ACLU statement protesting what happened to Jimmy Kimmel. Mm-hmm. But we want to also, we want to be proactive, and we want to show what that can look like. And we want to, violence is not, we will not tolerate violence. We don't want any of that, but we want to move forward with love, with unity, with solidarity, and we want to encourage everybody else and all the other sectors of this country to do the same. You know, we don't want to be a pillar of support to this regime that's forming. To me is that our industry is ready to mobilize and to resist autocracy, to resist attacks on...
Yes, I don't always like to talk about Hollywood, but sometimes it is important to go deep into this. There are some videos I'm about to show you. When you take a look at this, Jane Fonda lecturing anyone about destroying democracy is comedy gold. Lady, you literally sided with communists in Vietnam. Spare us the moral panic. Trump is not amassing power. He is resetting law and order in cities that Democrats turn into anarchist playground. What's destroying democracy is the mob rule you cheer for every time thugs burn a police car. Maybe if Hollywood stopped worshipping Mexicans and started respecting cops, we would not need troops to restore sanity. That is one thing that these people fail to understand. I don't see a problem with what Trump is doing, but Hollywood people have a plan. Well, this is another video she sent out.
A few actresses that he named and actors that are worried about what's happening in the U.S. Are you worried?
Of course. No, I mean, we have a president who's completely, he's not only crazy, he's a dark presence. And it's happened so quickly. 6 months, he's almost destroyed our country.
To me is that our industry is ready to mobilize and to resist autocracy, to resist attacks on our fundamental freedoms. We're artists, we're creatives. Freedom of expression is essential to what we do. Many of our fathers and grandfathers fought wars to defend this right, and we can't just sit back and let this happen. And it's moving fast. This isn't a creeping totalitarianism. This is fast-moving consolidation of autocracy, and that means we have to move fast, and we have to be creative. I mean, we know that I've come to call what I hope we do CNN, creative, nonviolent, non-cooperation. That's what we need. Non-cooperation means large numbers of people taking strategic action in a way that will hurt our opponents. Here's an example of non-cooperation when people canceled their Disney subscriptions after the firing of Jimmy Kimmel. We have to hurt their pocketbooks. And doing it as individuals is risky. If we do it in large numbers, then we're safer. So that's what we're going for. We're not looking to build an organization. We're looking to grow a movement. We don't want bureaucracy. We want large numbers of people willing to join together to stand up. And I know that we're going to find very new and creative ways to do it. We're going to model what creative, non-violent, non-cooperation looks like for the rest of the world and for the rest of this country. We can do it. It's exciting. And we can have fun doing it. We have already, reporters have been asking, well, what are you going to do? I have some ideas, and I'm sure you do too.
Hmm. Jane Fonda says Hollywood is ready to mobilize to resist the Trump administration and autocracy. We cannot just sit back and let this happen, and it's moving fast. This isn't crazy, right? To see Hollywood people coming out to say this. When you take a look at this, Jane Fonda was an anti-American Marxist back then, and so she is now in her late 80s, same old. That is the truth. People will always dig dive to see what you've been doing in the past. She has always been like this. Seeing her in support of what these Democrat cities are doing is not something strange. Just through the comment section of this video, I realized a lot of people can fall for this. Yeah, people are in support with what Trump is doing, making the city clean. What is wrong with that? Where's the problem? Sometimes when I see people really going against this, I begin to wonder because the countries have been through, you will not see things like this.
I have not been invited. The only reason I would not accept an invitation is because I see no, it's a long flight. And I see no,
Really? You'll meet
I don't think that I
Castro
would-
and Hugo Chavez, but not the President of the United States?
Yeah, I saw good results come out of some of those things in terms of
You do
agendas
realize the
that I had. I don't think that there's anything that I would, I just personally
know.
wouldn't trust anything that was said in the room, including the personality.
It's not a matter of trusting it. It's a matter of seeing it, matter of experiencing, matter of knowing it.
Yeah, it's an
More
interesting-
knowledge. It's like saying, I don't want this medical test because I don't want to know. I want to know.
Yeah,
I
fair
want
enough.
to. Okay.
Fair
so
enough.
yeah, I mean,
I have some good friends that are.
I said this many times within the
close
piece
to
when I did it, that like it's up to, I'm just giving you the report. It's up to you to make the decision. Who do you think is the real guy? I'm telling you, there's a very different guy behind closed doors in a different setting. Now,
or
capable
of performatively
Yes.
seeing that. Yeah.
Well, one of the my my friends who believe in astrology would say he's a Gemini.
Yes, I appreciate B for doing this. B SCOLDS Sean Penn for saying he will not meet with Trump. Before B was sounding like this, but along the way, after visiting the White House, having a conversations with Trump, asking questions, B changed his mind. Though he's a Democrat, he will never change from that. But just standing here to actually pour out this knowledge to this man is something that I appreciate. Yeah, it is hard to say it to some people, but it is very important to, call out things like this. At a certain point, when I look at the whole thing, the impressions people have towards concerning, you can't actually know someone unless you go closer to that person. B was like that. Along the way, now look at the gospel he is preaching here. To me, I appreciate that. This man might be sounding this way, but after meeting with Trump, he will change his tone. So I can't judge him. I want to appreciate people that are constantly supporting me, sharing out my videos. If you are a new subscriber, my name is Ransom. Please continue to support, share out the videos because I work non-stop, bringing you update from different directions. As of the short clips you see at the end of this video, that is for the YT algorithm. You can end here.
Is next year the wedding?
And that we needed to play. And I think it's SOT 31.
You really go there. And then do you really say,
She cannot stand him, Glenn. J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American Armed Forces, you should have to be in shape. There should be a bare minimum of fitness.
Give interviews. I don't do that.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States.
Happening at the moment.
Yeah. President Obama
Is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one.
Look, there are certain rules of free speech that we must all abide by. But in case anyone needs a refresher, we're going to go over the rules again.
He does not have a right to have a television show where he lies his ass off to the American people.
Well, there are repercussions to spreading lies.
Somebody to get up there, not
all the same people that are in these polite.
Disagree with what Gavin Newsom said that he doesn't.
Dave Chappelle. He's not wrong about that.
Americans need to understand government and actually care